Good morning, everybody. A little late to start the show this morning. Some of us had a bit of emergency this morning that we had to go get taken care of, but I'm here. Sound terrible, but
It's okay though. You're
yeah.
here. It's what matters. And
We're,
we're a man down today, but John drive home safe.
yeah, he
N-
was at a wedding last night.
Took full advantage of that open bar.
I'm sure he did.
Oh, I know he did. You
he
just
fi-
gotta put the word free in front of anything.
Absolutely.
John
And
Favre is there.
the good news is too, he probably celebrated the Phillies winning last night. So
Oh, absolutely. It's about time those bats woke up.
10 run outing. Everybody hits is what we like to
Woohoo.
say. So, but we got a nice. It should be a simple show. Could be a long show. Could be a short show. Our focus today is strictly Hollywood right now, and not because there's news in Hollywood, but because it's MLB All Star Weekend. Today's the last day of games before the All Star break. Um, there's been a big headline that we're going to touch on here briefly, and then it'll be discussed on a different show. We'll actually get into that right now. A little bit of Juan Soto news. Juan Soto turned down a massive contract offer from the Nationals, $440 million contract for 15 years. So they're going to look at trading him. That's big going into the All-Star break because he is the Nationals representative for the All-Star game.
Yeah, they're on a horrible team too. And the 440 million, correct me if I'm wrong here, would have been the highest payout for a contract.
Yeah, it would have been. So
But would have been the highest payout, but the average per year only would have been like 29.3. Only 29.3 million.
yeah,
So
only.
I don't know what the end game is here. I don't know if it's a hang up between not wanting to spend his entire career in one place and not getting to try free agency, or if he wants to do a Scherzer deal where he's getting 40 million a year for like 3-4 years. I mean, he's only what, 23?
Yeah, he's young, so he'd be finishing out
He'd be
his career.
38 if he signed that contract.
Yeah, he'd be finishing out his career in
Washington.
Washington. And I think the thing is, he just doesn't want to have them to like rebuild around him.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if he signs that contract too, I mean, it could almost have been, had he signed it, the Nationals would have just handcuffed themselves. They would have done exactly what the Twins did with Joe Mauer. I mean, they gave Mauer that massive deal, and they were uncompetitive for years because they couldn't do anything.
yeah, so we we can't wait to see what that goes on. We're gonna have a special show coming up here 2 days before the MLB trade deadline itself. So unless something happens between then and now between Juan Soto and the Nationals, we'll have a trade deadline show and we'll give our predictions on what we think is going to happen with Soto. So
So it'll definitely be the one to watch. That's for sure.
absolutely. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be other big names that we're going to have to talk about that are going to be on the trading block, but that right now is the biggest one with that news breaking right before the All-Star game starts. So
And
it is
speaking of
what it
breaking
is.
news right before the All Star game, if you want to pop that link up I sent you,
Which one here?
the last minute ads.
Oh yeah, well we're going to get into the All-Star game here right now.
Okay.
All-Star game 2022 played in Dodger Stadium. I don't know
Ooh,
when's the last time Dodger Stadium hosted the All-Star game. I don't
I
remember.
don't know. Probably not too long ago.
Yeah. But these were the guys that were voted as the starters. Obviously, this is different because no Bryce Harper with the injury. And there was talks he probably wasn't going to play anyways before he actually broke his hand, so he could rest.
No, he would have played if it was just DHing. He would have played, but apparently it's been 42 years since the All Star game has
Oh,
been in LA, so
yeah.
it's been a while.
I saw a report that he was contemplating sitting out just to rest his elbow a little bit. So, yeah, either way,
Whatever.
these are the guys that got the most votes for each position. National League is pretty stacked with Braves and Dodgers players. Shocker, shocker.
Yeah.
And the American League is stacked with Yankees players. Shocker, shocker.
I mean, But though, when you've got the two best teams, you're gonna get those guys. I
Yeah.
mean, at least the only vote that really kind of ticked me off when I saw it was that Fernando Tatis at one point was sitting fifth in All-Star votes, and he hadn't even swung a bat.
Yeah.
Like,
That made no sense to me either. But
no,
I was kind of glad to see Jock Peterson get the vote for left field there. He
he's been
well
ripping it up.
deserving for the National League. And on the American League side, definitely glad to see Rafael Devers get the respect he deserves. He's a pretty solid third baseman, so nice to see he gets the nod for third base there.
But he plays for Boston, so he's always got that downside to him.
Yeah, well, I don't disagree, but it's nice to see somebody not wearing
And then
Yankee pinstripe.
maybe in a few years, this guy by the last name of a fish will swing over to the National League and have a different color red. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
We're talking like 15 years down the line, but
Yeah.
maybe one can hold out hope.
So there's been some last minute additions and some additions to the All-Star game. As of, I guess this was this morning.
Minutes ago, yeah.
About 15 minutes ago.
The Cronenworth one that was last night, and then the one we're about to pop up here was literally.
Let me see if
at this point 15 minutes ago.
Give me 1 second here. I gotta get my tabs right. So we got 3 players have been added to the. I'll go full screen here for this one. 3 players have been added to the rosters, including White Sox pitcher Liam Hendricks, Blue Jays pitcher Jordan Romano, and Brewers pitcher Devin Williams. They replace Garrett Cole, Justin Verlander, and Max Fried of the Braves.
Yeah, and it's not a big thing to see pitchers flipping in and out just because of when they pitch and everything. So I think Alcantara for the Marlins too, since he just pitched, I don't even think he's going to the game. No. Is there an official replacement for him? Did I miss?
I'm not sure, but
we'll touch on it later on once we go through the whole roster. But it's just those guys have. I mean, Cole pitched 3 days ago, so it's not like he would have pitched in the game anyway.
No.
So, I mean, it's kind of weird. Not weird in a way, but for hitters, like it doesn't matter. Like they'll just go. But pitchers, it just always seems like they're flopping in and out just due to if they recently played, if the team doesn't want them to play, they want to, give them that break. So
let me pull this one up here. We'll share this screen.
Sharing is caring after all.
From MLB.com. This is your official starters rosters we'll start here with the American League. Let me see, make sure I'm on the right thing.
Kirk is a monster this year.
Absolutely.
Kirk is killing it.
Kirk Guerrero Jr., Altuve, Devers, Anderson, Judge, Trout, Stanton, Ohtani, and then the legacy selection for DH is Miggy.
Dumb. I hate it. Not Miggy, but just I don't know. I don't get it. Like, right. Yeah, Miguel Cabrera and both Pujols are doing historical things, but come on, like this is supposed to be voted by the fans and who we all want to see, but yet here the commissioner's like, yeah, let's just get these guys in here. And no disrespect to Cabrera and Pujols and their representative, or not representative, but their careers in and of itself. But I don't like just giving handouts.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just a thing, though, to give back to the fact that Miggy, and then we'll touch on Pujols here, too, that they both probably were deserving to be in the All-Star game. It's just the way the rosters are with how stacked the leagues are. But reserves-wise, we got Jose Trevino, Luis Reyes, Andres Jimenez, who's replacing Altuve at second base, Santiago Espinal, Jose Ramirez, Xander Bogaerts, Corey Seager, Byron Buxton, Kyle Tucker, George Springer, Andrew Benintendi, Julio Rodriguez, Yordan Alvarez, and JD Martinez.
Now, the plus was, if you want to scroll back up for a second, the plus was a replacement. What's the asterisk?
Denotes a player who is inactive due to injury or chosen not to play.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember the plus being the addition. I didn't catch what the asterisk was.
Yeah. So that's the starting fielders and reserves. Starting pitcher-wise, they were pretty stacked at pitching. I'm not going to lie. That kind of freaks me out a little bit. I know it's just the All-Star game, but they got some stout pitchers.
Nasty Nestor.
Shane,
Nasty
McCl-
Nestor.
Shane McClanahan, Justin Verlander, who we just announced would not be playing, Alek Manoah, Nestor Cortez, Garrett Cole, who's not playing, Shohei Ohtani, Paul Blackburn, Martin Perez, Framber Valdez are your starters, with Clay Holmes, Emmanuel Clace, Jorge Lopez, and Gregory Sato as the
So
relievers.
Ohtani got in as a pitcher and a hitter.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'll have an opinion on that later.
But if I'm not mistaken, he got the votes for being the DH, but he's eligible to play pitcher.
Well, yeah, I mean the fans don't vote the pitchers. The fans vote the position players. I mean, I'm not going to gripe against that, but once we get into the who could have been in there, it's just like
Yeah.
can we make a special rule then for a guy who's going to DH and pitch, so that way like he's only taking one spot and not two.
Maybe. I'm
Like,
I don't know.
because if we'll talk snubs. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. Well, let's get into that. Let's get through these starters here first. National League, we showed you the starters there: Wilson Contreras, Paul Goldschmidt, Josh Chisholm, Manny Machado, Trey Turner, Ronald Acuna Jr., Jock Peterson, Mookie Betts, and Bryce Harper. Legacy selection was Albert Pujols. Reserves: Travis d'Arnaud, Pete Alonso, C.J. Cron, Jeff McNeil, who's replacing Chisholm, who is sidelined because I believe he might have just got hurt.
Yeah, something like that.
Jake Cronenworth, which we just announced he was going to be a replacement. Nolan Arenado, Austin Riley, Dansby Swanson, Tim's MVP, Kyle Schwarber, Starling Marte, Ian Happ, Juan Soto, William Contreras, who will start with Harper sidelined, and Garrett Cooper is the backup DH.
And the cool note there, the Contreras brothers get to start the game together, so that's a cool little side note.
Yeah. Pitching wise, man, if only I was comfortable with this pitching lineup for any other time. Sandy Alcantara, who we just put a lot of runs on last night. Ha ha ha. Corbin Burns.
No, they lit up the rookie.
Oh, yeah. But they beat
Alcantara pitched the first game when they won like 2-0, and he had
2-1.
He struck out 12.
That's right.
Alcantara, if we ever touch on early award races, that's my Cy Young. That's my Cy Young.
Corbin Burns, Joe Musgrove, Max Fried, Tony Gonsolin, Luis Castillo, Clayton Kershaw, Carlos Rodon, Tyler Anderson are your starters. Josh Hader, Edwin Diaz-Ryan, Helsley, David Bednar, and Joe Mantiply are your relievers. Tim, what do you think? You see the starters, you see the reserves, you see the rosters. What are you thinking? Who do you think has the upper hand right now?
I mean, if we're picking a winner for the overall game, I'm going with the American League. It's too stacked, and I know. I mean, it's the ultimate dream. Like, especially if you're playing like the show, like going out and like what kind of all-star team can I field? Like that. That's pretty much what my team would look like. The only thing I don't like, if I'm gonna have a gripe, is Ohtani taking 2 spots instead of 1. And I get that he's in as the DH for fan votes, but when we touch on the guys who could have been in, especially one of his own teammates who's having a good year, I don't know, just give him one selection and then he can do both things.
I don't disagree, but I don't disagree. I kind of like it though. I mean, you figure he's probably going to give the DH spot to Miggy anyways.
Oh yeah, Miggy's going to replace him, no doubt.
And then JD Martinez will probably come in.
What might happen is Ohtani will like get one at bat and then he'll go pitch an inning.
Yeah.
Or maybe pitch like a batter.
Yeah, I'm okay with him winning the fan vote for the DH and then them using him as a pitcher because you get to see both. I mean, he's having another incredible year doing both, so I'm okay with seeing him do both in the All-Star game. I'm just glad we don't have to worry about seeing him in the home run derby.
Yeah, let's.
But I'm with you though. I think the American League is probably hitting wise is probably better. Pitching wise, I'm not sure because I probably would have leaned more towards the American League because of Verlander, but since he's not going to be pitching, I really think the National League pitching rotation is stout. I mean,
your camera's frozen, buddy.
Is it?
Yep. At least for me.
Of course it is. Hold on.
You're still going through audio, but
Hold on.
That's a mugshot if I've ever seen it.
Well, I'm gonna have to let me stop my camera for a moment.
Oh, well, keep talking about what you were
Yeah,
talking about. I
yeah.
didn't want to
Oh yeah,
cut
no,
you off there.
you're good. I think pitching wise, the National League has the advantage for sure. So that's
Let
just
me
me.
look back through here real quick. Offense is definitely leaning towards the AL. Let's see here, and the fact that we had to wait for Austin Riley to get added in late is a joke.
I agree.
Let's see here, Alcantara. Let's see, Musgrove was. Yeah, I definitely give the. I mean, Rodon should have. I'd argue that Rodon could even be the starter for the game. Did they announce who's starting the game yet, pitching wise?
No. I think I'm back. There I am. I had to unplug it real quick.
There you are.
Yeah, I don't know if they actually selected who was actually the starting pitcher for each. My guess would be probably, since it's in LA, Kershaw.
Yeah, that's probably right. Let's see if they posted anything yet. They had the celebrity softball game last night.
Oh, was that televised? Because I wanted to watch it and I missed it.
They always.
That's
I think
always
they do
after
it.
the
They do
home
it
run
after
derby.
the derby.
Yeah.
They threw Bryan Cranston out of the game.
I'm gonna have to record that just in case I fall asleep.
They threw Heisenberg out of the game. They understood that he is the one who knocks and he is the danger.
They understood the assignment.
We got to get rid of this guy. So they tossed him. Whoever Bad Bunny is, brought out Guerrero Senior, and Ortiz, for something. But
cool.
There's just a few little things I saw real quick.
Okay, so we'll talk about this here real quick because we were talking about the Jazz Chisholm. Jake Cronenworth was added by rule as the next in line via the player ballot. At his position, Jeff McNeil, the Mets, will now start at second base for the National League.
Boo Mets.
Yeah.
Boo.
Yeah. But kudos to Cronenworth. I mean, I thought he was.
Yeah, we were talking about benching him earlier in the year. He was hitting under 200.
Yeah, he was, and then he was on my list of guys that were originally were snubbed out from the rosters. So.
Yeah, so shows how much we know. We just sit here in front of the camera and just spew BS, apparently.
Yeah. But let's get into let's talk about some snubs here. I'll share this screen. This is just what they have. So this is obviously not.
And now, giving credit, anything we would pull up here, some of these snubs have gotten in due to replacement and everything.
So, American League wise, we got Ty France at first base, Taylor Ward,
robbed.
Dylan Cease, Kevin Gausman, Michael King. That's the ones they listed as the top snubs that did not make.
If you even go there too, France is leading all first basemen in just about everything. So, the fact that he's not there, and Ward would have been that's my argument too for Ohtani taking 2 spots versus 1. Whereas if he took 1, maybe his own teammate gets in.
Yeah. I don't know.
And then obviously fans don't vote on the pitchers. So,
yeah.
But I think, isn't Gausman still hurt?
I don't know if he's still hurt, but the fact that he is not, if he is healthy, he's not playing is kind of shocking.
Let me look here.
The Michael King move, I'm not really a fan of that being a snub because Clay Holmes has definitely been a lot better of a pitcher.
The Yankees have. What was it? Was that the guy that's in the All-Star game? Is that the one that replaced Contreras as the closer?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Michael King has like a 2.33 ERA or whatever. He's tied for second fewest inherited runs to score. He has inherited the 11th most runners in the American League. So
here we go. This is 2 days ago. Gausman's return shows promise, but Blue Jays remained frustrated and lost to Royals.
My camera.
So that was 2 days ago. So yeah, but if he was healthy and not getting in, that's one thing. But if he's going to be out and has no chance of playing, then I'm not too upset with him not being in. Josh Bell too. If we're gonna scroll down and touch on the National League too, like who would have thought Josh Bell would be putting up this kind of year that he's having?
Yeah, I don't. That kind of is a shock, but first base is so stacked. It's
insane.
Brandon Drury of the Reds. I mean, he's probably their best player and doesn't really actually get in. So,
who is the Reds representative this year?
Oh,
I'll look it up here.
I got it right here. Right now, no.
No, there has to be
Luis Castillo, their pitcher.
Okay, yeah.
Player wise, I mean,
position player, yeah.
Position player wise, Drury's probably the best. Austin Riley with the snub was big. I mean, I thought he was in. I thought he was a solid in.
Yeah, well, and you think too that even the race between Arenado and Machado came down to like 51-49 in favor of Machado. Like, that was a tight race.
I believe Riley got in as a reserve anyways, but I meant like him being snubbed as even the starter over Manny Machado just baffles me.
I don't know. I don't know about starter, but
I would have taken him as a starter.
I would have started, if it were between me, I would have started Arenado.
I don't think Arenado wanted to play though.
Yeah, when it shocked me, he's been the third base representative for the National League for the last 5 or so years.
Too many.
I was gonna say, because I think one of the big story with Machado being named or voted in as the starter would have been he ended that run for Arenado.
Well, Tim, the last two they have on this list are Carlos Rodon from the Giants and Zach Wheeler. I know what your opinion is the Zach Wheeler thing, but let me just put my 2 cents in first before. I know everybody that is a Phillies fan is mad that Nola and Wheeler did not get in because of the years that they're having, but I'm okay with neither one of them getting voted in, and that gives them an extra time to rest, focus on the second half of the year. I mean, the second half has always been up and down for the Phillies. I hate to see them just waste a day like this. I mean, I know they only pitched maybe 1 inning, but I don't know.
Yeah, you cap them at like 25 pitches, and
yeah.
No, I understand getting warmed up and everything's different too, but we're talking, do we really need to give them a day? Are we really worried about 20 to 25 pitches?
No, but I'm okay with him getting that rest, and he can focus. I mean, that last outing he really struggled. So that extra day is not going to really.
Well, he also pitched that on short rest.
Yeah. So
because of stupid Canada rules.
Yeah.
Blame Canada, as the South Park song says. Blame Canada. Blame Canada.
Yeah. So, I mean, I personally, I'm okay with him not playing. I mean, I know it's a huge snub, and I would have loved to seen him or Nola go, but I'm okay with it.
With the bigger of the two, like, yeah, Wheeler's no doubt, like, he should have gone, but I don't get the Aaron Nola hate. I don't get it. Like, he's been pretty freaking good. He's had numbers better than some teams' aces. And now, given credit, he's been up and down for the last 2 years, but Nola's on right now. And for the fact that Nola's getting no recognition, like, forget the, not in a list of snubs or not getting votes or anything. I don't think he got anything, which is a crime. It's a crime.
Yeah. Well, I want to talk about crimes.
What crimes?
Let's talk about some crimes.
Home
run crimes.
How is the 2-time winner not the number 1 seed?
This was, it was all random draw though. You know that? Like that they just did a random draw. Yeah.
They didn't go off of total home runs?
No, it was just random draw. And Schwarber drew number 1. What's funny about this bracket though, if we look at it, so we're going to talk about the home run derby. This is probably going to be the longest part of the show because there's a lot to talk about each player.
Yeah.
What's funny about this year's home run derby is you look at the names, and the first 5 that were announced, 4 were National League East players.
Yeah.
Why is my
camera? Or just National League players in general. Like, we were waiting to see, like, okay, Pujols is like, he's going to go for 1 more. Okay, whatever. Schwarber was a late addition, too.
Schwarber wasn't sure. He said he wasn't going to play unless he was going to be in the All-Star game itself. And then
I think
when he became the representative for the Phillies, it was like, okay, I'll play the home run derby.
I never understood like how non-all-stars could be in the home run derby. I thought all this stuff was just for the all-stars. But
Well, okay. Well, I don't understand that either. But
unless I'm wrong, so if somebody out there in the universe wants to, shove it in my face and tell me that I'm wrong, go ahead.
well, so let's talk here. We'll start with the first matchup: Schwarber versus Pujols. Schwarber has hit well at the time this article was around 28, but he's at 29 home runs. Pujols has hit 6. Schwarber he's won this. No, he finished second to Harper. And
So
then
no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I would say that was what 2018, 2017
When Harper
maybe?
won it, yeah, it was like one of his last years with the Nash. It's whenever the game was in DC and he had his dad pitching to him.
Pujols has never won the home run derby in 4 previous attempts, and he sits
Shockingly.
fifth on the all-time list with 685 dingers. My opinion of the home run derby is it's fun, but it can really screw up your swing. And I am okay with this matchup being Schwarber and Pujols because my opinion of Schwarber is it's home run or miss. So
yeah, I mean it's an easy. If we're gonna pick matchups, I think we're all universal on this. If you just want to say it on 3, 1, 2, 3, Schwarber.
Yep. Yeah. It's nothing against Pujols. I love Pujols.
Nothing at all.
But I think
the fact that he hasn't won a home run derby though is shocking to me.
I know.
That's actually pretty shocking. And there are some guys who do the home run derby and like they just have a horrible second half. But we've seen in the last couple of years with Alonso that it all depends on the hitter.
Yeah.
I don't think home run derby is just glorified batting practice.
Agreed.
And one evening of just trying to nuke balls is not going to screw you up for the second half. That's just my opinion. Now, it has happened. There's no sense of arguing that it hasn't because it has happened, but I think that's more mental than it is a guy who's intentionally trying to get underneath the ball to launch it for one evening versus another, 80 some odd games?
Yeah. So I'll go one more here with you because, we're not going to do that. But what do you think the score is going to be between Schwarber and Pujols? Like, how many is Schwarber going to hit? How many is Pujols going to hit?
Well, the thing is with the home run derby, what I like to look out for is the guys who have the short, kind of compact swings, the guys who can do it repeatedly. So you see like the guys with the big leg lifts, the big explosive long swings, like they don't tend to last. Like Bobby Abreu in Detroit, when he hit like 20 some odd in the first round or whatever, Bobby Abreu had such a smooth swing and he could just do it repeatedly and it was almost no effort. Not saying that Schwarbert's a no effort kind of guy, like he's going to go all out. Pujols at this point in his career almost has to.
I mean, the year that Schwarber got second to Harper, he lost 19-18 and he hit a lot of home runs leading up to there. So I think he's capable.
I think Schwarber. I think it's solid if you wanted to put an over under on it. I think he's gonna do over 15.
So I think Pujols
is gonna hit like 7 or 8.
Yeah, but does he hit first? I don't remember.
Yeah, he'll hit first.
Okay, so if he hits first, all Schwarber has to do is beat him by 1 and the round ends. So
yeah.
Pujols is going to hit 8. I'll say Schwarber hits 9 just because that's usually how it goes.
Yeah, and then vice versa. If Schwarber goes first, he'll hit like.
If Schwarber goes first, I'll say 16.
Yeah,
I'll say 16.
Yeah, I'll go with that too. If Pujols goes first, he'll probably hit 7 or 8.
Yeah,
I don't think he's touching double digits.
No, I don't think so either. I mean, we both could be wrong, and this could be like Pujols' breakout home run derby.
Pujols wins it. Wins it in the last one.
Okay, well, we'll go to the top right here. Number 2 versus number 7, Pete Alonso, your 2-time home run derby champion, versus Ronald Acuna Jr. That's actually a very intriguing matchup.
Yes, it is. Two faces of the franchise and 2 younger guys. And
Alonso at the time I know of had 23 home runs. Acuna has hit 8. It's kind of weird how this is going to work because Acuna is coming off of an ACL.
Yeah, but again, too, like he's just so naturally strong and he has just such an explosive swing. But again, too, if I factor in moving parts, I'm just going to call it moving parts. Like he's got the leg kit, he's got the little bit of a wiggle. Alonso just kind of lays it on his shoulder. He's got not a big leg kick, but he's got a little less going on there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we're picking, it's Alonso over Acuna for me.
Oh, I agree 100%. I think though, if Acuna can start out strong, let's say Acuna is the leading. Oh my God, my camera froze again. This is getting ridiculous with my camera today.
You need a new camera, man.
I just need a new everything. Let's just say Alonso, or we'll say Acuna starts, right? So if Acuna hits 14, Alonso's going to hit 15. You know what I mean? Like I think if Acuna hits a lot of home runs, Alonso's going to hit a lot of home runs. If Alonso hits a lot of home runs, Acuna, at the start, Acuna won't catch him. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I think, I mean, both of those guys have a chance of putting up
big numbers,
16, 17 in the first round. That one could be.
I would even say, like, if Alonso starts, he could hit 20. I mean, that's just the type of swing that he has. And in that ballpark, he can hit 20 home runs.
That could be a first round swing off.
It could be.
It could be.
Well, the two that I think will be the swing offs are the two that we haven't touched on yet. But if Alonso starts, I think it's 20 home runs, and I don't think Acuna can catch him. If Acuna starts it, hits like 15, 16 home runs, Alonso's going to start out, I think, a little slow to get started, and then he'll pass him. So I'm with you. I think Alonso wins that matchup. I don't know.
This is going to be the banger round. That's going to be the one. Like, even if I'm going through like what I could project to see panning out, right, that's going to be the big number round.
Yeah.
Or the big number matchup, I should say, not round.
I agree. We'll go here to the bottom right. Number 3, Corey Seager versus number 6, Julio Rodriguez. I think
Seager returning to LA.
Yeah, I think Julio wins, but I think this is a low home run total. I think combined we'll see less than like 22 home runs.
I don't know about that. I think Seager's gonna light it up. I think he'll light it up, especially left with the lefty swing going out there. He knows not that knowing the ballpark matters in batting practice, but Seager just has one of those swings too that I think is classic home run derby swing. Yeah. So this one would be like a 10 to 12 for each guy kind of round, and I think Seager will squeak it out.
Well, so I still think though. Well, I said less than 22, and you just gave 22 home runs there.
Whatever.
I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about that. I'm just saying, like, I think this is just of the matchups. This will be the lowest amount of home runs hit.
I think that's the next one.
I don't. I think next one's going to be a slugfest. But Julio Rodriguez, rookie, first time in it. I don't know how he's going to. I know it's his batting practice, but
he'll light it up. That's for sure.
And then Corey Seager. Dude, he's so hit or miss though. He's so hit or miss when it comes to hitting home runs. Like, I get it, it's still batting practice, but I don't know, dude. I can't sit here and say Seager's going to hit like 20 home runs in the first round. I might eat my words on this. I don't know, but
I could eat my words. He'll hit 25.
Right. He's so hit or he might come out. He might come out and just absolutely suck. Yeah, we don't know. He's so hit or miss. That's why I think this is the lowest one, because there's a lot of question marks with that matchup. Not so much like they're both capable of hitting home runs. We know this. Seager leads, I think, all shortstops with 21 home runs right now?
Maybe. I don't even know. I don't have his numbers in front of me.
I think Rodriguez has 15, so we know they can hit home runs. But it's like, oh my God, like which Corey Seager shows up for the home run derby? It's going to be fun. I mean, I think it's going to be a fun matchup, but I think it's the lowest home run total for the first round.
I think Soto Ramirez is going to be the lowest.
Let's talk about that. Juan Soto versus Jose Ramirez. What a matchup, though.
Yeah, it's not one I'd expect. Now, is Ramirez swinging lefty or is he swinging righty?
Depends on who's throwing him the ball.
That'll be. I mean, let me see if I can find a breakdown real quick of what side has more home runs.
Don't forget, last year, Soto hit 31 home runs in the first round before falling to Alonso in the second round. So We know for a fact that Soto can hit home runs in the home run derby.
Oh yeah, but
I think this could. I think this is our slugfest right here.
nah, our slugfest is gonna that Alonso Acuna is gonna be the slugfest. I think this one produces the lowest amount, whether it's Soto going off and Ramirez not doing anything, or Ramirez just going off and Soto not doing anything.
See, this is why I like this show because we don't have to agree on everything. I think
This is America. We don't have to agree on anything.
um,
Oh wait, that's right. I forgot. We forgot how to do that.
I think this matchup and the Alonso Acuna matchup are very intriguing to me because say Ramirez does hit. Well, say Ramirez hits 20 home runs. Soto's going to hit 21. There's a no-brainer about it.
Okay, I've got his splits here then.
Give me the splits. So what's he?
So I'm pretty sure this is up to date here. Yeah, regular season 2022. Righties versus lefties. So this is Jose Ramirez against lefties. He's hitting 241, slugging 437, has 3 home runs. Versus righties, he's got a 305 average, slugging 626 with 16 home runs. So
he'll probably go righty.
No, that's versus righty. So he's going to swing left.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah,
he's going to swing left, with the pitcher being right-handed.
So
yes, during him hitting right with him,
and he said he has
right side.
He said he has 16 home runs against righties.
Yes.
Okay, so let's just focus on that. If he hits 16 home runs in the first round, can Sato hit 17? In your opinion,
he could. There's always a chance. Like, yeah, he could. And
because he's got the experience in the home run derby, he knows what
they could light it up, but I don't think this is going to be the light up matchup. I think the 2-7 is going to be your light up matchup.
I think it is. I think
your 1-8 is good for right now. Your 1-8 is going to be the most lopsided.
Oh, we agree on that one. 2-7 is going to be tight too. I think 2-7 will be tight. I think 4-5 will be tight too. 3-6, it all depends on.
Yeah, but I think they all have a chance. But if I'm just breaking this first matchups down quick, like 1-8 is your one-sided for Schwarber. 2-7 is going to be your launch off. 3-6, who knows what you're going to get, and then 4-5 is going to be just consistent.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that scares me with the 2-7 matchup is how good Acuna is going to be because of the ACL. That's a lot of power to your leg to try and hit the home runs. So
yeah, and we know firsthand leg injuries and power hitters.
Yeah.
Phillies fans have that memory etched in their minds forever.
So let's just go over this real quick. We talked about the matchups. We're both in agreement. 1 versus 8, Schwarber wins.
Mm-hmm.
2 versus 7, we both agree. Pete Alonso. Okay, so who do you have for 3 versus 6?
3-6, I'm taking Seager. I'll take the lefty.
All right, I got Julio, and then 4-5.
I'm taking Ramirez.
And I'll take Soto.
All right. So we agree on the top half. We don't agree on the bottom half.
I mean, for debate purposes, we'll mix up here a little bit. So for me,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'd say for me, my second round matchup would be Schwarber versus Sato.
Yeah, and mine would be Schwarber versus Ramirez, and I think Schwarber crushes that one.
I think Schwarber Soto would be tight. To be honest with you.
I think Schwarber is going to go off in the first 2 rounds, and then he'll be tired by the third.
I'm not saying that Schwarber is not going to win the second round. I'm saying I think Schwarber versus Sato in the second round would be tight. If Sato does like what he did last year before he lost to Alonso and just go off, like if he hits a 31 home runs in the first round, he's more than likely going to hit maybe 25 in the second round. So
I don't know. I think no matter who it is, Schwarber's moving on.
Oh, I agree. I don't disagree. I'm just saying I think like the Sato matchup would be intriguing because if he shows up and hits a lot of home runs in that first round.
I mean, and Ramirez could even come out of nowhere too. And that's the one that could even be a bigger flip if Schwarber, Ramirez. Like if you can't, if we have a hard time picking between Seager, Rodriguez, Ramirez could upset Schwarber. He could.
I agree. I think either of those two at 4-5 could upset Schwarber. To be honest, it's nothing
Yeah.
against Schwarber. I think those
That,
two are the two that could upset him.
yeah. But I think well, we'll go into what my final matchup's going to be, but I think Schwarber is eventually just going to fall short again. But
Yeah.
he's going to Ramirez is going to squeak by Soto. Schwarber's going to demolish Pujols, and then Schwarber's going to demolish Ramirez.
So right side of the board, I got Alonso versus Rodriguez. You got Alonso versus Seager. I'm pretty sure we're both in agreement. Alonso's not going to lose that matchup.
No matter who it is.
Yeah.
It's the same thing too that Schwarber's going to do in the second round. He's just going to light them up.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to argue that Pete Alonso might be the best home run derby hitter right now.
Oh yeah, it's built. Dude is just a tank.
Yeah. So that leaves us with the final being Schwarber versus Alonso.
1, 2, 3, say it. 1, 2, 3, say it.
Alonso.
Yeah, that's what I was going to pick too.
I think Schwarber just gets gassed. Honestly.
That and we've seen with Alonso too. Like he can just go. He'll consistently put up 20 or more in every round.
His swing is so pure when it comes to hit the home run derby. The last 2 times that he's won it, he's got that pure swing that he can just stay consistent. Mm-hmm. And he uses that timeout. Like when he does take a timeout, he uses that timeout just perfectly every single time.
He's not using it when like he's gassed. He's using it like right before he gets gassed.
Yeah.
Sips his Gatorade with the logo facing out so you can make sure what color Gatorade he's drinking. Which that'll be a good side bet is which hitter drinks what color Gatorade.
The other side bet is how many home runs are going to get hit total.
Oh my God! Between everybody?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus. I don't even know. Is there an over under for that right now?
I don't know because the most home runs in a single round is Vlad Jr. with 40. So
home run derby odds.
The most home runs hit in a single derby was Vlad Jr. in 2019, and he hit 91 home runs. And I believe he lost that home run derby to Pete Alonso.
Okay, so let's see here. Begin at 8 o'clock on Monday. Alonso is a plus 200 favorite. Let's see. Schwarber is right behind at plus 300.
So
Acuna plus Acuna.
So 2 favorites we have in the finals, essentially, right?
Well, I'm reading it off here. Schwarber behind at plus 300. Soto plus 600. Acuna plus 750. Rodriguez and Seager are both plus 1,000. Ramirez is plus 1,600. Pujols is plus 2,000. There's a master screen, pop list, whatever.
Okay, so let me ask you this question.
Preview. Yeah, I'm just scanning this here. Go ahead.
Based on the bracket you see now, and what we see for home run hitters for the year, who are you disappointed in not seeing do the home run derby?
Judge.
I agree.
I'd like to see Judge do it. Stanton too. Just 2 obvious picks. If
Austin Riley was the other one I thought of too.
Austin Riley would have been good. Arenado would have been good. Not so much Machado. Tim Anderson would have been fun.
I mean, the sleeper pick I would have taken would have been Byron Buxton out in Minnesota.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see here. Let me go back to the rosters. Let me take a look here to see who would have been fun.
Because right now,
Jordan would have been good.
Yeah, but he's hurt, so.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying would have.
Yeah. So just based on the
Jock.
home run leaders, we have second in Schwarber, Pete Alonso's 5th overall, Seager's tied for 9th.
Amongst the entire 14th. Lead?
Yeah. Jose Ramirez is tied for 17th with Juan Soto. So, and you can't, and the Acuna thing, for Acuna, it would be tough to say anything regarding him because he is coming back from ACL injury. So it's kind of like
Yeah, but
hard
I
to,
think he's been playing for how long now, though? Like, we're past that.
yeah.
He's been
So
playing for, what, a month or so already?
yeah, but I mean, I'm saying in general, like, if you're looking at like the home run stats of guys like who could be replaced or whatever. It's kind of hard to judge for Acuna only because of the fact of like he can hit home runs, but he's only been playing for the last month. But I would have loved to seen his teammate Austin Riley and even Aaron Judge. I mean, think about that. If we would have had Aaron Judge, Austin Riley, Kyle Schwarber, and Pete Alonso slugging it out for the home run derby as your top 4 seeds. Hypothetically speaking, you're
Yeah.
talking that's
Yeah.
a hellish home run derby in general. The most going back and
Yeah.
looking though,
It's
most
just,
all time home runs is
I'm
Pete
just,
Alonso at 131.
yeah. Wait, all-time home run derby?
Yep, 131 home
He's got
runs.
the record already?
Yep, in 2 years.
That's crazy because if you think of like old home run derbies with like McGuire and before the time limit, let's just say before the time limit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Bobby Berry had the 1 year, but he never really did it again. But guys like Griffey Jr.
So here's the top 10. Pete Alonso, Jock Peterson, Todd Frazier, Vlad Jr. In 1 year, Vlad Jr. went and got tied for third.
Todd Frazier doesn't shock me. Like, he always did well in home
Oh,
run derbies.
absolutely. Giancarlo Stanton, Prince Fielder, David Ortiz, Albert Pujols, Ken Griffey Jr., and Bryce Harper are your top 10 all-time home run derby. That's total home runs, and it includes the swing-offs for the ties.
Oh, yeah, it's just any home run hit.
Yeah, most home runs in a single round. Vlad Jr. with 40, Jock Peterson 39, Pete Alonso 35, Juan Soto 31, and Vlad Jr. with 29.
Jeez.
And Vlad Jr. did both of those in the 2019 home run derby.
That's insane. That is insane.
I-
even though it's just batting practice, like we're talking, is it 5-minute rounds that they get?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or 5 or 3, one of the two.
I don't. We should know this.
In the first 2 rounds of the 2019 home run derby, Vlad Jr. hit 69 home runs alone, and he still lost to Pete Alonso in the home run derby that year.
All right, so round 1, 8 players selected. 3 minutes in this round to hit as many home runs as they can. 145-second timeout. Round 2. Top 4 home runs from round 1 and get round 2. Each player has 3 minutes in this round to hit as many as they can. 145-second timeout. Top 2, same rules as previous round, so it's all 3 minutes.
Okay, well.
So these guys are hitting 40 home runs in 3 minutes.
So, yeah, that's.
What's the math on that? What's the math on that? Home runs per second.
40 divided by 180.
I don't math, so you could say it's 75, and I'll be like, sure.
It's like 0.22 home runs every second. That's still a lot of home runs, though. I mean, it is just a home run derby, and people are gonna be like, "Oh, it's nothing to talk about." It's still impressive.
It's batting practice.
You know how many when the All-Star game comes to Philly, I want to go just for the home run derby. I don't even care about the game.
I'd love to go to Philly, but the tickets are going to be so stupid expensive.
I mean,
so stupid expensive.
Just to see the home run derby. I don't even care about the game itself. I just want.
I'd go for the whole thing.
I mean, I would too, but my interest would be the home run derby. Because can you imagine, like, let's say, like Harper participates in the home run derby there?
Oh, that would go and be insane. Now, if you go to the home run derby, you got to try to sit in the outfield and get a ball, or you just want to sit up high and watch them fly.
Yes. Why not both?
No, I'm not fighting with people. Do you want to fight with people in Ashburn Alley over a ball?
Yes.
Shoulder to shoulder? No.
Yes.
Stay the F away from me. I do not want to be shoulder to shoulder with people in Ashburn Alley fighting for a baseball. And we're in Philadelphia too, so these fans know how to fight. With an F and a PH.
I mean, I don't know. I guess it would depend on who'd be in that home run derby, though.
I mean, if
I don't want to catch a ball from Pete Alonso.
I don't want to catch a ball from any of these guys. They're all coming off the bat at like 100 miles an hour. And are you going to be a grown man and try to catch it with your hands, or are you going to be a child and bring a glove?
Neither. I'm going to catch it with my beer.
Oh, you're going to be that guy.
Yeah.
You're going to spend $14 on a beer and have it wasted.
Got one.
Yeah.
I got another one.
Yeah, good luck with that. So that way you can go buy a fresh beer, have the ball hit the cup and knock it out of your hands, and then the ball flies out of the cup, and then you can go get another $15 beer and try to catch it again and spill your beer everywhere and not even come close, spilling beer on everybody else, thus leading to the fight.
You're not wrong, I guess.
I mean, I just have a problem with drinking beers at a ballpark to begin with because it's so stupid expensive. It's too pricey. You want to talk about crimes? I mentioned crimes earlier. The biggest crime is the price of admission to a baseball game and a hot dog and a beer.
Yeah,
that is the biggest crime in America right now outside of student loans.
Yeah.
The price of baseball games.
I went to the Senators game last Sunday or whatever it was, and I wanted to kick myself. So, and that was they're cheap compared to the major leagues.
Did you sit in the Ollie seats? The Ollie's not so cheap anymore seats.
No, we sat.
Oh, you were sitting behind home.
Yeah, because we had free tickets because of First Responders Day, so we got free tickets essentially out of it. But spot dogs were like $6 for a hot dog.
Did you get the jumbo or the regular?
The regular.
The regular's $6 now.
Oh, sorry, no. The regular was $4.
Yeah, the jumbo is like $6.
Yeah, and then.
Yeah, you get like 2 jumbos and a Pepsi. You're looking at $15.
I definitely got a Pepsi. I had 3 of them to be exact.
Are we talking like Pepsi Cola or Pepsi?
Pepsi that had a white label that spelled out the words Millard on it.
Pepsi Light.
Pepsi Light. Yeah.
Pepsi Light.
Pepsi Light. That was a good game though. So that's why we didn't have a show last week. So I'm going to touch on that because that was actually an interesting game I went to. So last Sunday I went to the Harrisburg Senators versus Erie Seawolves.
That's Detroit and Washington, right?
Yeah.
Well, obviously Washington's dull.
Yeah. Guy that started for the Senators had like what I tell you guys, like a 6.85 ERA going into the game. Absolutely garbage of a pitcher. Gives up 2 2-run home runs in the first inning. They go down 4-0 in the game. And it's like, oh no, this is going to be awful. And then it gets to 5-0, and you're just like, this is even worse. Like they score a run later in the game. It's 5-0. All of a sudden, the Senators decide that they want to come up to hit a grand slam, make it a 5-4 game, and they win in walk-off fashion in the bottom of the 9th inning on a little blooper to center field. And
now the real question with the Senators game is, did the breadsticks guy strike out? Did the Pizza Hut?
No, they did the pooper scooper.
What? They're telling me they didn't have the Pizza Hut K-Man?
No.
What about the Zombies wings? Do they still have the Zombies?
Nope. They did the pooper scooper.
What's the pooper scooper?
The number 2 hitter on the lineup card, not the second hitter of the inning, number 2 hitter. If he strikes out, one lucky fan wins like a magic pooper scooper.
Oh, that's dumb.
So every time the number 2 hitter had to come up, you had to go number 2. Dude, I wish I could make this up for you, but like this is just how this went.
Did they have that chant like pre-recorded? Like,
yes, they did.
Oh my god,
they did. They never really announced who won the pooper scoopers because the number 2 hitter struck out like 3 times. So
does that mean 3 fans got it, chance, or just?
I guess so. I didn't win it, so. And what a disappointment for a 50-50 that game was too. Winner took home $250.
Yeah, it's still $250, man.
I know. But
we don't still $250.
Didn't have to claim it on taxes. That's the only advantage of that.
Yeah, because what's that limit? Like
600.
Yeah, 6. Pennsylvania, baby.
Oh my god. But no, it was a good time. Got a little bit of sun. Ate some spot dogs. Had some Pepsi Lights. Yeah, it was a good
Pepsi
game.
Light. Yeah, or my choice of drink at a game would be how would I combine these two together?
Coca
Co-
Yingling?
Cokeling,
Cokeling, yeah. Yeah.
Cokeling,
Yeah.
Cokeling and Sons.
uh, so
I'll take
next
a
week,
Diet Cokeling.
yeah, next week, I don't know if we're going to do a show. I'm going to the Phillies game next Saturday.
Who's
There's,
playing then?
good question. I think it's the Cubs.
That would be good. That's probably a 7:05 game too.
6:05 because there's a concert afterwards.
Oh, is it the country concert or whatever?
Yeah, Jake Owen.
Nah.
So it might be a super late night.
Oh well.
So we may be here next Sunday. We may not be. There's like 10 of us going out to the game, including John and Lauren, our co-host and his wife. They're going to celebrate their anniversary out there.
Woo!
Our 1-year anniversary.
Nice. Yeah, I forget what I was going to say, but woo!
Yeah. So don't know if we'll have a show next week, but the following week is trade deadline show. We will be putting content out throughout the week. Hopefully, we have some stuff planned that we're going to start putting stuff out. Trade deadline show will be pretty interesting. We'll talk about potential trading spots for Juan Soto, who we think the Phillies should trade for, and or what their needs are, and we'll go through some of the teams that are on the brink of contention and what it would take for them to
or
be a
compile a
contender.
list of buyers or sellers.
Yeah,
because with half the league getting in now, like
yeah,
that takes half the fun out of the deadline though too.
I mean, we got teams that are on the brink. We got the Phillies on the brink, the Cardinals on the brink. Like they're all contenders. And will teams stay pretenders? We'll talk about it. It'll be an interesting show. I will not be on Tuesday. Tuesday's taking 2 weeks off. My co-host wants to school starting here soon for his kids. I mean, we're in the middle of July, getting into August, so he's doing stuff with his kids before they go back to school. So Checkers and Wreckers will not be on for the next 2 weeks. So you can check out our other partners here. We got the Dukes of Football. I believe they have a show Wednesday. Super Kicking It with Steven should be on this evening. Combat Zone, State of Basketball. I don't know if State of Basketball will have a show anytime soon because basketball season's over, but possibly. And then let's hear just a bit outside. So check out all of our sponsors at the bottom and check out our blog at BWSPORTS.com. You can check out other stuff on the website too, but our blog is up and running. And yeah, it's a nice website. They put a lot of work into it.
Sell it, Chase. Come on.
Dude,
sell it.
I'm not a salesman. But if we really want to talk about the BWSPORTS1.com website,
give us a preview.
Yeah, you know what?
Give
let's
us a
do
preview.
That. Let's put this up here so everybody can check it out, so you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. The BW Sports One website.
I think they know what they got themselves into just by listening to us.
Absolutely awesome. As you saw, let's go back right here. There I am, right there on the right-hand side. Look at that, right there. It has all sorts of stuff on here. Let me pull up the blog because we haven't posted on the blog for a little bit. A nice little article here about baseball being back, why it was frustrating being a fan. We got everything about motorsports, wrestling, football, combat sports, basketball. You can check out some of our sponsors.
It's your one-stop shop.
It absolutely is. And maybe eventually we'll have some merchandise on here too.
Ooh, that's a teaser.
So as you can see right now, items aren't available. I'm not signing up for savings right now because
sign up for those savings.
But
savings.
Yeah.
Save it.
But there's all sorts of stuff there. So please check out BWSPORTS1.com. All of our great partners, all of our other shows on here. We thank you for tuning into the network. Tim, do you have any last words?
I'm excited for trade deadline. Might watch the All-Star game. I haven't watched it in a few years just because, it doesn't really mean anything anymore. Doesn't really decide home field advantage.
Yes, it does.
I thought they got rid of that rule.
No, I'm pretty sure the winner gets home field advantage in the World Series.
No, I thought they stopped that. I thought they just revolved that.
I don't know.
Let's take a look here real quick. All-Star game reward. Who's playing it? Okay, well that didn't bring crap up. So, oh wait. Oh, losing team. I don't know. I'm not going to take the time to find it. Just Google it.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure. So
It used to. I thought they changed the rule. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? I'm wrong about a lot of things.
it happens. So
Happens to the best of us.
anything else you want to finish with?
I may be an idiot. I may be the smartest man in the world. I don't know. I just talk in front of the camera on Sundays at 11 on Just a Bit Outside with Matt Trace and John Fogger.
Well, today was 11:15, so
close enough.
I'm gonna leave with this. Home Run Derby, baby. Can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. Celebrity All-Star Game on afterwards. Can't wait for that either.
Yeah.
Well, don't even. It's my preference. Okay, maybe check out our Twitter page just outside 3. Maybe we'll have some stuff on there during the Home Run Derby and the All-Star Game. And again, check out BWSPORTS1.com. All of our partners here at BW Sports 1, all of our other co-hosts and show hosts and everybody else, we thank you. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you again for trade deadline talk. And that should be a really, really good show, so please check that out.
Oh, yeah, we're going to bring it.
So see you guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sundays.